Sticks good game. What's the word? What's the word?
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we start here at the 25.
The team, we got to get over the hump, man.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
Oh, shit.
Incomplete, taking things up. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything in the coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Jay Taylor is no joke. Jay Taylor is no joke.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first and 10, it's Jackson.
Oh, my God.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh, fucking dumb pick in the beginning of the game, bro.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one completes the hill.
Bro, can't nobody in the game but Patrick Mahomes make that throw. Run it right, throw it all the way left.
15 yards there on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to the play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Being chased out left. The
ball out.
And this
Damn.
is a kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not call.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Stop ball, baby.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. Oh, now how about this return? Now
Can't catch a fucking break, bro.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
I cannot catch a fucking break.
29-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer.
What the fuck is the costly mistake?
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
Now left side on the swing pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Now Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The throw down the field, caught by his running back.
JK, but it's no joke.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the PAT, he goes back out to kick this one off. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's now 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Ah, give me the pick, Joe. I earned that shit. Give me the pick, Joe.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It don't take that long to find punt, baby. It does not take that long to find punt. Watch for the fade.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Watch for the fade.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory.
Told y'all, bro. It does not take that long to find punt, bro. That's bullshit.
21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
I did take him off that side.
To the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hand.
And now the ball's out.
Our ball. Let's go, baby.
It's picked up by the Ravens. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, man. So good, Tutty.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson.
Let's go, Sam.
That's
Let's go, Sam.
And this will set
Let's go.
up nicely deep down in KC territory.
Let's go.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch.
Jackson.
They don't let you slide with your QB? Like, what the fuck?
Big turnover there as his guys will
That's the 2nd time that had happened.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense.
I would have just went for the touchdown.
Get free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame.
Watch the slide animation come.
How about the effort of the defense?
Do I not know how to play the game?
Guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brings up 2nd
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
I don't know, man. I got to figure out how to slide. I guess I got to go back. It was another game. Same scenario, man.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Safety? Who the hell wants a fucking option in the end zone?
Out of the end zone, the push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know the man who sat in my chair
I can't
he
lose
has a
this
theory.
game,
These plays, these safeties are so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled in the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start.
There's no way I should lose this game, bro.
The lead and set to receive the football. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Working with a 2nd and 4. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's brought down.
There you go.
Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
But Jackson going to hold on to it again. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
So
and they will have a Ravens 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Let's go, Lamar. Bringing this shit together, man.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Forced out, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Why is my controller still shaking?
Tucker
Do
now
we have
kick it
momentum?
away following the touchdown. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Dancing to his left. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Justin Houston, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And going deep for Hill.
Let's go, baby.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Let's go, baby.
Picked
Big
off
hit
here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher?
We're lucky to be in the game with all that bad football we played.
What do your coaches always tell you?
This one wasn't pretty at all.
In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start by run on the option to the right. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the 22, Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Jackson, and this is caught. That's Watkins. The 20, 10. In your face! And all
take the
way
game
in
serious.
for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 70 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Yeah, I appreciate the win, bro.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes. Flush to his right, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the
coverage
was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's in.
GG, man. Thank you for your time. What? Why did I take a random play? I think we played the whole game.
He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Why hasn't Lamar Jackson trust an option cut on yet?
They'll start by running the option to the right. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he will take this all the way up past the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a
as soon as I finally get Trails activated, right? Sweet.
Is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Some other shit, child.
Now the door is open for the outside.
Sometimes you feel like you're trying to lose the game, bro. That's what I be on. Close the key.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Mahomes. This is caught.
Oh, my God.
Close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
Man, I can't believe this shit, bro.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's into the end zone.
And he had no more timeouts.
It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied.
And about no more timeouts, and I didn't.
Left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They're going to try and run for it. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line.
Did he lose trust because of the pick?
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that, not what they wanted. They lose yards on first down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, I'm going to take my win. Get the fuck out of here.
So the final
I didn't deserve to win this game, but I did, man.
Victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.